This video covers 35 essential questions on license suspensions from the MTO Driver's Handbook. Watch until the end. Every question is important and can help you pass on your first try. Question 1. What is the most effective way to remove alcohol from your body? A. Drinking strong coffee. B. Allowing your body time to eliminate the alcohol. C. Taking a cold bath. D. Drinking more wine. The correct answer is B. Allowing your body time to eliminate the alcohol. Explanation. There is no quick fix to sober up. Only time allows your body to metabolize and remove alcohol from your system effectively. Question 2. If your license is suspended, you may not drive. A. Under any circumstances. B. With 2 or more persons. C. At night. D. Commercial vehicles. The correct answer is A. Under any circumstances. Explanation. When your license is suspended, you may not drive under any circumstances. Question 3. If you are criminally convicted of impaired driving for the first time, you may face A. A license suspension of at least 1 year. B. Mandatory attendance in an education or treatment program. C. A requirement to use an ignition interlock device for at least 1 year. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. For a first-time impaired driving conviction, penalties include a license suspension, mandatory education or treatment programs, and the installation of an ignition interlock device. These measures aim to prevent repeat offenses and ensure road safety. Question 4. To counter the dangerous behaviors of driving, Ontario law includes 7-day vehicle impoundments for A. Drivers operating a vehicle while under a Highway Traffic Act license suspension. B. Drivers caught without a required ignition interlock. C. Both A and B. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. Both A and B. Explanation. Ontario law imposes 7-day vehicle impoundments on drivers under license suspension, Highway Traffic Act or Criminal Code, those caught without a required ignition interlock, and those with a BAC over 0.08 or who fail/refuse a demand from a police officer. Question 5. When driving while impaired, which of the following substances would make it impossible for you to operate a vehicle safely? A. Alcohol. B. Drugs. C. Prescription medication. D. Commercial vehicles. The correct answer is D. Commercial vehicles. Explanation. Impaired driving includes operating a vehicle while your ability is compromised by alcohol, drugs, including cannabis, over-the-counter or prescription medication, illegal substances, or a combination of these. Always ensure you're fit to drive. Question 6. What are the penalties for someone who fails the standard field sobriety test for the first time while within the BAC warning range? A. 3-day immediate license suspension with a $250 penalty. B. 7-day immediate license suspension with a $350 penalty. C. 30-day immediate license suspension with a $450 penalty. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. 3-day immediate license suspension with a $250 penalty. Explanation. Someone who fails the standard field sobriety test for the first time while within the BAC warning range will face a 3-day immediate license suspension and a $250 penalty. Question 7. What penalties do drivers face for failing or refusing alcohol or drug testing for the third time with a BAC of 0.08 or higher? A. An immediate 90-day roadside suspension and $550 fine. B. A 7-day vehicle impoundment. C. An ignition interlock condition for 6 months. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. For a third offense, penalties include a 90-day roadside suspension, $550 fine, 7-day vehicle impoundment, and ignition interlock for 6 months. Question 8. When taking any medication, you should A. Have someone follow you home. B. Drive even slower. C. Consult your doctor about the effects before driving. D. Drink a lot of water. The correct answer is C. Consult your doctor about the effects before driving. Explanation. If you're taking any kind of medication, make sure to consult your doctor about the effects before driving. Question 9. If you drink and drive and are involved in a collision, your insurance company might not pay for your A. Medical or rehabilitation costs. B. Towing and storage costs. C. Repairing cost. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. Medical or rehabilitation costs. Explanation. Drinking and driving could lead to serious injuries or collisions, and your insurance company might refuse to cover your medical or rehabilitation costs, as well as damages caused. Question 10. In HTA suspensions, your license will be suspended for minimum of years. A. 3. B. 4. C. 5. D. 6. The correct answer is C. 5. Explanation. In HTA suspensions, your license will be suspended for minimum of 5 years. Question 11. What are the penalties for impairment if you are 21 or under, or hold a G1, G2, M1, or M2 license? A. Just like any other fully licensed driver. B. Your license is fully suspended. C. You will have to pay a fine of $1,000 or more. D. All of the above. The correct answer is A. Just like any other fully licensed driver. Explanation. If you're 21 or under, or have a G1, G2, M1, or M2 license, you must have no drugs or alcohol in your system. You will face penalties specific to your license class and additional penalties similar to fully licensed drivers if impaired. Question 12. Which of the following penalties can a court impose on a person convicted of driving 50 km per hour or more over the speed limit? A. Suspension of license for 6 months. B. Suspension of license for 30 days. C. Impoundment of vehicle for 6 months. D. Impoundment of person for 6 months. The correct answer is B. Suspension of license for 30 days. Explanation. Excessive speeding, such as driving 50 km per hour or more over the limit, carries serious consequences, including a license suspension of 30 days as imposed by the court. Question 13. Under Ontario's zero-tolerance law, you are not permitted to have any alcohol in your system if you are A. Age 21 or under. B. A driver of any age who holds a G1, G2, M1, or M2 license. C. Driving a vehicle that requires an AF driver's license. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. Under Ontario's zero-tolerance law for young, novice, and commercial drivers, you cannot have any alcohol in your system if you are age 21 or under. A driver of any age who holds a G1, G2, M1, or M2 license driving a vehicle that requires an AF driver's license or commercial vehicle operator's registration, CVOR. Question 14. All drivers who are 21 and under, regardless of license class, must have a BAC, blood alcohol concentration, level of A. 0. B. Between 0.8 to 0.5. C. Between 1 to 2. D. None of these. The correct answer is A. 0. Explanation. Drivers who are 21 and under, regardless of license class, must have a blood alcohol concentration, BAC, of 0 when operating a motor vehicle. A violation may result in a 24-hour roadside driver's license suspension, and if convicted, the driver could face a fine and at least a 30-day license suspension. Question 15. What penalties do drivers face for the second time they fail or refuse to comply with a demand for alcohol or drug testing when their BAC is 0.08 or higher? A. Immediate 90-day roadside suspension and a $550 penalty. B. 7-day vehicle impoundment. C. Mandatory education and treatment program. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. For a second offense, drivers who fail or refuse to comply with alcohol or drug testing when their BAC is 0.08 or higher will face a 90-day roadside suspension, a 7-day vehicle impoundment, an education and treatment program, and a $550 penalty. Question 16. What is the maximum prison sentence for impaired driving causing death? A. Lifetime license suspension, which may be reduced after 10 years if you meet certain criteria. B. A fine of $5,000 or above. C. A requirement to use an ignition interlock device for at least 6 years. D. Both A and C. The correct answer is D. Both A and C. Explanation. If convicted of impaired driving for the third time within 10 years, you will face a lifetime license suspension, which may be reduced after 10 years if certain criteria are met. Additionally, you will be required to use an ignition interlock device for at least 6 years. A mandatory education or treatment program and a medical evaluation to determine your fitness to drive may also be required. Question 17. If you are convicted of impaired driving causing death, you may be sentenced of imprisonment for A. 20 years. B. 14 years. C. Life. D. 10 years. The correct answer is C. Life. Explanation. A conviction for impaired driving causing death can result in a prison sentence of up to life imprisonment. Question 18. What are the consequences if you are caught driving while your license is suspended due to a criminal code offense? A. You will face fines of $10,000 or more. B. You will spend time in jail. C. Your vehicle will be impounded for 45 days. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. If you are caught driving while your license is suspended due to a criminal code offense, you may face fines of tens of thousands of dollars, jail time, and your vehicle could be impounded for 45 days. Question 19. What are the consequences if you are convicted of driving while your license is suspended for an HTA Highway Traffic Act offense? A. You will face fines of $1,000 or more. B. You may spend up to 6 months in jail. C. 6 months will be added to your current suspension. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. If you were convicted of driving while your license is suspended for an HTA offense, you may face fines in the thousands of dollars, up to 6 months in jail, and an additional 6 months will be added to your current suspension. Question 20. If you were convicted criminally of impaired driving for the second time within 10 years, you may face A. A license suspension of at least 3 years. B. A requirement to use an ignition interlock device for at least 3 years. C. A mandatory medical evaluation to determine your eligibility to drive. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. For a second conviction within 10 years, you may face a license suspension of at least 3 years, be required to use an ignition interlock device for at least 3 years, and undergo a mandatory medical evaluation to assess your eligibility to drive in Ontario. Additionally, you will be required to attend a mandatory education or treatment program. Question 21. If your blood alcohol concentration, BAC, is more than 0.08, your license will be suspended immediately for A. 30 days. B. 90 days. C. 60 days. D. 1 year. The correct answer is B. 90 days. Explanation. If your BAC is more than 0.08, your license will be suspended immediately for 90 days. Question 22. You can face charges if your blood alcohol concentration, BAC, is dash or more. A. 0.09. B. 0.05. C. 0.08. D. 0.03. The correct answer is C. 0.08. Explanation. You can face charges for impaired driving if your blood alcohol concentration is 0.08 or higher. This is the legal limit for most drivers in Canada and many other countries. Question 23. What is the blood alcohol concentration, BAC, warning range? A. Between 0.05 and 0.079. B. Between 0.03 and 0.059. C. Between 0.08 and 0.099. D. Between 0.03 and 0.079. The correct answer is A. Between 0.05 and 0.079. Explanation. You can face charges if your BAC is 0.08 or higher. Additionally, you may also face penalties if your BAC falls within the warn range of 0.05 to 0.079. The warn range indicates a level of alcohol in your blood that, while not over the legal limit, is still considered risky and can result in immediate consequences such as a license suspension and fines. Question 24. Under mandatory HTA suspensions, your license will be suspended if you A. Fail to stop for a police officer. B. Don't pay a traffic fine when ordered by the court. C. Exceed the speed limit. D. Both A and B. The correct answer is D. Both A and B. Explanation. Under Ontario's Highway Traffic Act, HTA, your license can be suspended for failure to stop for a police officer, with a minimum of 5 years, or for not paying a court-ordered traffic fine. Question 25. For the first time, all drivers who fail or refuse to comply with a demand for alcohol or drug testing with a BAC of 0.08 or higher will face impairment penalties of A. Immediate roadside 90-day suspension with a $550 penalty. B. 7-day vehicle impoundment. C. Education and treatment program. D. Both A and B. The correct answer is D. Both A and B. Explanation. For a first offense, drivers who refuse or fail to comply with alcohol or drug testing when their BAC is 0.08 or higher face a 90-day roadside suspension, a $550 penalty, and a 7-day vehicle impoundment. An education and treatment program may also be required. Question 26. What are the penalties for a person who fails the standard field sobriety test for the second time while within the BAC warning range? A. 3-day immediate license suspension with a $250 penalty. B. 7-day immediate license suspension with a $350 penalty. C. 30-day immediate license suspension with a $450 penalty. D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. 7-day immediate license suspension with a $350 penalty. Explanation. If a person fails the standard field sobriety test for the second time while within the BAC warning range, they will face a 7-day immediate license suspension, a $350 penalty, and may also be required to attend an education or treatment program. Question 27. When driving while alcohol impaired, you may experience A. Quick reflexes. B. Blurred vision and difficulty paying attention to the road and your surroundings. C. Feeling energized and paying close attention to the road and surroundings. D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. Blurred vision and difficulty paying attention to the road and your surroundings. Explanation. Alcohol impairs cognitive and motor skills. When driving under the influence, you may experience blurred or double vision, slow reflexes, and difficulty focusing on the road and your surroundings, all of which increase the risk of accidents. Question 28. If you are convicted of impaired driving causing bodily harm, you may be sentenced to up to years in prison. A. 10 years. B. 2 years. C. 14 years. D. 6 years. The correct answer is C. 14 years. Explanation. Impaired driving causing bodily harm can result in severe penalties. If convicted, you may face up to 14 years in prison, reflecting the seriousness of the offense and the potential harm caused. Question 29. If you are caught driving while your license is suspended for a criminal code offense, your vehicle will be impounded for a minimum of A. 45 days. B. 30 days. C. 6 months. D. 14 days. The correct answer is A. 45 days. Explanation. If you are caught driving while your license is suspended for a criminal code offense, your vehicle will be impounded for a minimum of 45 days. This is part of the penalties designed to prevent further unlawful driving and ensure public safety. Question 30. Who pays for towing and storage costs if a vehicle is impounded? A. The car's driver. B. The vehicle owner. C. Both A and B. D. Ministry of Transportation. The correct answer is B. The vehicle owner. Explanation. The owner of the vehicle must pay the towing and storage costs before the vehicle will be released after it is impounded. This ensures that the vehicle owner is responsible for the associated penalties. Question 31. As a Level 2 G2 driver, your alcohol level must be A. 0.08%. B. 0.05%. C. 0%. D. 0.12%. The correct answer is C. 0%. Explanation. As a level 2 G2 driver, your alcohol level must be 0. Question 32. What are the penalties for a person who fails the standard field sobriety test for the third time while within the BAC warning range? A. A 30-day immediate license suspension with a $450 penalty. B. Ignition interlock condition for 6 months. C. Education or treatment program. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. For the third failure, the penalties include a 30-day immediate license suspension, a $450 penalty, mandatory education or treatment program, and the installation of an ignition interlock device for 6 months. Question 33. Your license will be suspended if you are convicted of the following criminal code offense. A. Dangerous driving. B. Failing to remain at the scene of a collision. C. Causing death or bodily harm by criminal negligence. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. Your license will be suspended if you are convicted of any of the following criminal code offenses. 1. Driving or having control of a vehicle, including boats, when your BAC is over 0.08. 2. Refusing to submit to a breath test for alcohol. 3. Failing or refusing to provide a breath sample for roadside testing. 4. Failing to remain at the scene of a collision. 5. Dangerous driving. 6. Causing death or bodily harm by criminal negligence. 7. Failing to stop for police. Question 34. Regardless of your age and license, you can face additional fines and jail time if convicted of in court. A. Alcohol impaired driving. B. Criminally impaired driving. C. Careless driving. D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. Criminally impaired driving. Explanation. No matter your age or license, you can face additional fines and jail time if convicted criminally of impaired driving in court. Question 35. If you are convicted criminally of impaired driving for the fourth time within 10 years, you may face the following penalties. A. Lifetime license suspension with no possibility of reduction. B. A fine of $5,000 or above. C. Lifetime usage of an ignition interlock device. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. The fourth conviction carries the harshest penalties as the court treats the offender as a repeat offender, indicating a serious and continued disregard for the law. Here are the penalties you will face as a fourth-time offender. 1. Lifetime license suspension with no possibility of reduction. 2. Use of an ignition interlock device for the remainder of your life. 3. Potential fines of $5,000 or more, although fines are not always guaranteed with this specific conviction.